What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I'm your host, LL, leader of the handmadeandbeyond.com website and community. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, an Etsy expert, and business coach who's figured out how to make my entire living with my handmade business. Each week, I'll dive into strategies and success tips to help you with your handmade business, with Etsy, and everything in between. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the Handmade and Beyond podcast, your place to be to get the strategies, practical tips, and help to start, build, or grow your Etsy business. So glad to be back with you guys as always. I got another good episode for you guys. This one I want to talk about. I want to talk about and give you 5 tips to add value to your Etsy shop and listing so that customers buy, right? We want people not only to come, we want to get the traffic and have people come and visit our shop, but when they're there, we want them to pull the trigger and we want them to buy. And there's some things that you guys can think about when it comes to your listings that will help you build value, perceived value, because that's really what you're trying to do. You have to sell people on your products without talking to them, without having direct contact with them. And that is really the struggle. It's one of those things you can't just field of dreams it, build it, and they'll come and buy. You may build it, some may come, people may not buy. So you have to think about it a different way and just make sure that you're building value in your listing so that people do actually buy. Because I think a lot of times it's a misconception. People think that you can just throw something up there, not put a lot of thought into it, and people will just come and buy it, and that's really not the case. There's a lot of competition, really, no matter what you're selling out there. People are probably selling something at least similar. It doesn't mean you can't put your own flavor, your own spin, your own quality on it, but finding something that's 100% original that no one knows about is very, very unlikely at this point. So you just have to think of different ways to that people will want to pull the trigger and buy with value. So the first thing, and this may seem obvious, but still there's a lot of people neglecting their listing pictures. So the pictures are really the leading edge of the sword, so to speak. That is what people will see when they're searching in the search bar, searching for something to buy. They will see your pictures first and foremost, and that is what's going to prompt them to click into your listing. And then once they're there, you're going to have more pictures. So you want to make sure to wow them with your pictures. You want to make sure that your item is clear, it doesn't have a busy background, it really pops out off the page. They can easily see what it is, it makes sense, and the lighting is good, it's not dark, it's not fuzzy. So just make sure you're checking those boxes when it comes to your pictures, because that's where it all starts. If you don't have good pictures, they're never going to click on it. They're never going to see any more. No matter how awesome your product is, it's going to prevent you from getting traffic. It's going to prevent you from getting sales. So just make sure that your pictures are high quality and they look good. The next tip is product quality descriptions. If I can get my words in order here. So your descriptions are, the goal of your description is to give them all the information that they need to buy, answer any question that they may have, but also drop some value bombs in there. Make sure you're looking at how you're describing your item. Don't shortchange yourself when it comes to describing your item. Talk about the meticulous detail in design and craftsmanship. Talk about how high quality it is. Talk about how you only use the best, highest quality materials. Use those value terminology words in your descriptions to help build value in your products. A lot of people really fail themselves or fail their, I don't want to say fail, but a lot of people just don't put enough emphasis in their descriptions because they don't think that people are going to read it. And a lot of people won't, but a lot of people still will. So you just want to make sure that stuff's in there, and it should be more or less kind of like a sales pitch in there. And then all the other important details, item specs, how it's made, when it's shipping, processing times, other important information. But you should also have a couple lines in there describing your product, who it's for, how well it's made, different value terms that you can put in there so that people will be confident in the product. So you're building value in the pictures, and then they see the description talking about how it's designed and crafted. They're going to really be confident that they're getting a quality product that's not going to fall apart, that's not going to look bad when they get it. So you want to make sure to take care of that in your descriptions, and take the extra time. Don't write just a sentence. Your description should never be a sentence. You want to take the time and have a couple paragraph description talking about your listing and other important information that maybe people have asked you or may ask you, so that you can answer those questions in the description so they don't have to reach out. Because chances are, if you don't answer something in your description, they're just going to move on and find a similar listing where someone does answer their questions or gives them the information that they need. All right, so the next tip to add value is, of course, a superior product, right? We want to make sure that we're selling superior stuff. We don't want to use lower quality materials. You want to make sure that you're using stuff and materials, and you're creating a product that you would use, that you would want. So that's important. I mean, there's a reason why I don't use heavy cotton Gildan shirts. Yeah, I can probably get them super, super cheap. But I don't wear 100% cotton, heavy cotton shirts because they're uncomfortable and they feel terrible on your skin, right? So I spend a lot more money. I probably spend at least triple the cost in some cases to get quality either tri-blend or poly-cotton blend shirts, because that's what I wear. I'm not going to make something that I don't wear and sell to people. So just make sure you're taking the extra time to create a superior product with high quality materials. There's going to be some instances where you can save money here and there, usually by buying a bulk or from a different distributor, but don't sacrifice quality to save a little bit of money here and there, because it will end up hurting you in the long run. So yeah, make sure you're using quality materials, make sure your item is well made, it looks good, because that is what people are, that's what they want to get. That's why they're ordering it from us. So you don't want to disappoint them when they get it and they're like, oh, this doesn't look like the pictures. This isn't anything like the description said. So you want to avoid that. You want to stay true to those awesome pictures that you're taking, to that awesome description that you're writing. And then when they get it, you don't want it to be a letdown. You want them to be like, wow, I'm glad I bought this. And then they're going to leave you a 5-star review. So that's at the end of the day, that's really what you want. So just make sure you're looking at your item and making sure it is exceeding their expectations, because that should be why you're in this game, is because you enjoy designing, creating, crafting stuff, and I'm sure you want to create the best products possible. All right, the next tip is there a way that you can add something with the listing to add value, right? Is there an accessory that you can add? Is there something that you can include that puts it over the top that they're like, wow, no one else is doing this? Examples maybe just to throw some things out there, like a carrying case, maybe some spare parts, maybe a cleaning kit, maybe some swag that goes with it. So there's a lot of different things that you can do that aren't going to cost you a lot of extra money. Think outside the box, but those are things that you can put with the item or pair with it or complement it to really bring it home, to really add value. And those little things will go a long way in the eyes of customers, especially if no one else is doing it. So there's any number of things that you can do depending on your niche. But yeah, just think outside of the box and think of something that you could do that's really cool that complements the item. So that's something that can add a lot of value for your stuff as well. And it's something that not a lot of people are doing either. So there's a lot of different things you can do there. The last tip I have for you is packaging. So if make sure your packaging is good, it's professional, it's consistent. It shouldn't just be different, whatever you have laying around the house that you're packaging stuff in, depending on what you're selling. I know if you're selling bigger stuff, that gets a little bit challenging. But if you're selling small stuff, you can be consistent with packaging. Make sure it looks good. You can take pictures of how it's packaged, put those in the product photos. so people know what to expect. And this goes a long way for people buying stuff as gifts, which a lot of people buy stuff on Etsy for gifts. So if you are taking the extra time and having quality professional packaging, they're going to be more apt to buy it as a gift, because not only is it look like a superior product, not only are the pictures great, not only is the description great, the packaging is top notch as well. So when someone gets it, they're really going to be wowed, and that's going to reflect on the buyer who's purchasing as a gift. To the person getting it as the gift, they're going to be so much more appreciative because it looks nice in every way. So that can help go a long way too. Just look at your packaging. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money. It's more about just being consistent. A lot of times you can get stuff in bulk and make it look good. You know, if it's all in the same box and it's packaged well, it has tissue paper, depending on what it is. That's easy to do and it looks good. So evaluate that and see how you're packaging stuff, and where possible, I would maybe create some consistency there and take pictures of the packaging. And you can put it in your description as well, telling people how you spend, everything is well packed, it's safe, it's not going to break. It looks good when they get it. It makes a great gift because it's included in this amazing packaging as well. So you can put those value bombs in your description, take pictures of it also. So that's it, guys. Those are 5 tips to help you build value in your listings, in your shop, so you can get more customers, get more conversions, get more sales. At the end of the day, that's what drives your business. You may like creating, designing, but if you're not getting sales, that makes the struggle hard. It makes it hard to keep going. It makes it hard to stay motivated, and I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to keep going and bring your stuff to the world, sell your stuff to the people that want it. So evaluate your shop, see what you can do to add value to your listings, and it'll help you, I'm sure, down the road get more sales. If you guys need additional help, resources, support, motivation, whatever you guys need, the Handmade and Beyond community is there for you. I always talk about it because I believe in it. It is my mission now to help other sellers start, build, and grow their business with the Handmade and Beyond community. There's over 50 courses in there with the Etsy Success Roadmap, showing you the exact strategies that I've used to start, build, and grow my Etsy business, so that I can do that full time now. And I said goodbye to corporate America more than 3 years ago, and I haven't looked back since. I want to help you do the same if that's your goal, or just if you want to make the extra money to pay your bills, pay your car payment, whatnot. I want to help you be able to build your business. And I don't do gimmicks. I don't do tricks. This is just the strategies to help you build a strong business, to give you the foundation to do that, because that is how you have to do it. You can't use special tricks and stuff like that to grow your business. You just have to use the strategies that most of them have been around a lot for a long time. You just have to apply them to Etsy and work on growing your business that way. There's help for them, so you can get any question answered at any time of the day. I'm always in there every single day. And then we do live coaching at least once a month, usually more, where we do deep dives into shop critiques, listing critiques. We talk about implementation of strategies. I answer any questions that people have live. You get to talk with other Etsy sellers. We laugh, we have fun, we get support, we get you get motivation. You can see other people. So it's a great community. I'm super proud of it, and I would love to have you guys in there as well, to get the help that you need, get the motivation that you need, so that you know that you're not alone, and you can grow your business too. There's a link below. You can try it for 30 days free. Give it a test drive. I'm super confident in it. I know that once you get in there, you'll love it and want to stay. That's why I let you test drive it. I'm not worried about that. Other than that, I'll be back next week with another awesome brain-busting episode for you guys. But until then, happy selling. Have an awesome rest of your day.